Okay, guys, this is Glenn, and gonna do another of the QuickVid series here. And um, as you can see, I am at home, but I have my Teams open. I'm opened up here to the Training Topics Forum uh, thread that everybody's on, and Julie added a thing called "Adding New Data to Map," and I think what she really wanted was when you get new data, what things should you do to like get it loaded into your geodatabase and added to your map? Do you need to repoint anything? Stuff like that. So I'm going to do a video about that. Um, I've got a map open. This is Julie's Marshall data. There was recently, fairly recently, some new parcel data was sent to us by the assessor. If I go to catalog, I will show you that I am in the Marshall project folder, and we did receive some new assessor data on 7/22, and I just pulled down Julie's live data, which might already have this in it, so I think I deleted it already. Let me go look. But we're going to take this data that we got from the assessor. It's a bunch of shape files, but really we want the parcels, so that's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you how I would get that worked into my working live geodatabase and then added to the map. So real quick, let's just go up to the data, GIS, Marshall County, assessor data. Yeah, I took it out already. So in her data, like where you want to know where you're going to put it. The first thing to do is figure out what it is you want to bring in, which we already did. It was from the received folder and it was some shape files, but I only want the parcel shape file. And where am I going to put it? Well, I do have a newer thing where I like to keep all the critical project stuff all in the addressing folder. This has a lot. Cut line can be gotten rid of, but this has a lot of the boundary stuff and some cities and counties. I don't know what ads checkpoints is. Storm shelters. This is old stuff that wasn't good. So these are all things. This could do a little bit of cleanup, but this would normally be where I would aim to put it. But this geodatabase has a feature data set called assessor data. So there's some assessor data from 2020 and 2021 already in here, and we're going to we're going to put it in there. So my preference is to do a pull, is to pull data in. Um, the general overview is you go in ArcMap to the location you want this new thing you got to be. In this case, I want it to be in here, and we're going to pull it in. So pulling equals or is equivalent to import. I could go to where the new data is and push it, which is equivalent to export. I like pulling because there's less file browsing you have to do. And it just seems a little more straightforward to me. So I'm going to right click on the feature data set that I want this to be in. I'm going to import. I can import single or import multiple. If I import single, I'll have the option to give whatever I import a new name. If I do import multiple, it just brings it in straight up as it's named. So I'll do single, and I'm going to get it's wrong monitor. I got a feature class wizard that popped up. So it wants to know input features. If this was a layer in the map, I could select it here, but I'm just going to click the folder. I'm going to click this to go to where my main Marshall data is, and I know it's in the received folder of the project folder. Received in 2022, Marshall assessor data, and I wanted, that's it. That's the thing I'm going to pull in. That's what I'm going to import. And it puts the path up there. And I don't need to do anything here because this location is the location of the feature data set that I right clicked on to begin with. So whatever I right click on when I do an import, as the location to pull something into, that path will always be here. I don't have to go navigate to that. And I can give it a name, and I'm going to call this parcels 2022-0722. Don't need any expression. I could only pull in a little bit if I wanted, as you can see over here, but I'm just going to go with what we got. And I got a kitty that came to see me, which you can't see. So that's really it. I don't need to do anything with the field map. Like if I click on this, the fields and field contents chosen from the input features. I could change things if I wanted, of a field name that's in the shapefile that I either want to change or don't want to bring in. I don't want to do that. I generally leave this alone all the time. I generally leave geodatabase settings alone all the time too. That's really for advanced stuff like enterprise stuff, which we're not doing. So just leave this alone. You don't need an expression, and this is everything we need. I click OK. Bring that over, and it brought it in. I am on a monitor with a really, really high resolution or low resolution. But it brought it in, and I'm going to close. I don't think this got added to the map automatically, but if I go over here, it's called parcels. This is the one I just pulled in. That was that shapefile. It's now in my geodatabase. In the interest of, hold on one second, guys. I'm back. I had to talk to the wife. Anyway, I'm gonna, in the interest of being consistent and to satisfy my OCD, I am going to name this assessor parcels, so that things sort properly and stay together. So there it is. And I can add this to the map. I could repoint this one, and I'll throw in a little tip here. Let's just say from now on, my map is going to have a layer that's just called assessor parcels. And every time I get an update from the assessor, I'm just going to repoint this one to the new one. And I'll go to set data source. It's actually in my geodatabase, and it's that one. It was pointing to this one, but it's that one. I say OK, and we're all none the wiser. So on the map, nothing's really changed because we didn't have these turned on, but this is newer. If let's bring the old one back in, and let's just see what we're looking at here. This one has 17,663. This layer has 17,411. There's 200 more polygons in this newer one. So this is like a year and a half old. So that makes sense. I'm going to remove that. So this is it. This is our new assessor parcels. It's you can always tell where it's actually pointing by going to the source tab. I could just give it the name of the actual feature class. It doesn't really matter, whatever you're comfortable with. Yeah, just making sure. Assessor parcels and the assessor data feature data set. And yeah, we're good. So that's it. That's how you bring data in. On that import, if you got several, I could have brought all shape files in at once. In that case, I would have done multiple, and I would have to, if I wanted to change the names, I would have had to change all those names after the import, because it won't allow me to, for multiples, I don't get to pick the file names, all the different file names that I want. So anyway, but that's it. We have an updated parcel layer in the map. And you guys know where to find me if you have any questions. Thanks, guys. Bye.